Hi, I'm back with a few tips for virtual meetings with your teams or with your clients, whatever it is, because we're all online these days. And I've had so many questions about what do you think are the top tips for having a good virtual meeting? And really, there's so many, and really, they depend on the kind of meeting you have. But what we're gonna talk about today is the virtual team meeting that you're gonna have with your team. So, first things first, make sure that you have a good space that you can be in, where you can speak, where nobody comes in asking you for, hey, mom, hey, dad, where's my juice? Or something like that. Make sure your family or people that work from the same home with you know that you're gonna have a video call with your team at that time in that room. Whether it is, I don't know, your living room, your bedroom, your kids' room, whatever corner of the house you have to make that possible, let them know. Also, make sure that you have a good internet connection in that room, because otherwise it will break your session. If you have a larger team and it's not just a one-on-one conversation, but also for one-on-one conversations, make sure that you use a headset. Not like me now. Now I'm all alone in this room, but make sure that you use headsets so that the others on the other side of your screen are able to hear you well without the background noise. And that way you also avoid if anybody is upset or speaking louder or something is going on outside your house, that it doesn't interfere with whatever you have to say as a background noise. Also, one of the things that has been happening a lot these days is that, okay, people set up their laptop or their phone in whatever corner they had available in the house, and they didn't think about what's behind them. And sometimes, it might be the liquor cabinet or some posters. If you're in your kids' room, there might be a poster with action heroes or stuff like that, which you have to consider, because people on the other side of the screen will be able to see that. And depending on what's behind you, that might be distracting or not, or relevant or not. So, also depending on how formal the conversation is, you want to make sure that the background is not interfering with your message and with the communication. So, if you have a white wall behind you, that's fine, or something simple enough that's not challenging the eye in any way. Or if it's a more informal conversation, you can say, I'm hiding in my kids' room, and that's why you see all the posters that they have in the room. And that's funny, that sets the connection. That's a nice thing to say, but maybe it's not a good setting for a more formal environment where you would be talking to your boss or even your boss. I think they will be flexible enough to understand that you'd rather have the conversation with them than not. But maybe with a client or somebody that you don't have a close connection with, that might be a little bit trickier. So make sure that you have all of these things prepared, because whenever we were meeting in the office, we don't think about the environment and the setting around us, because it's the office environment, it's the office setting, and we don't have to care about that. It's all there. When you're at home, it's not there. So make sure that you're visible enough Don't have the window behind you because people won't be able to see your face. Make sure you have enough light. Make sure you have just a simple wall, that's fine, but not, maybe not the wardrobe so people can see the clothes behind you, or I don't know, something that maybe you wouldn't be comfortable sharing. So prepare the environment a little bit, and obviously don't show up in your pajamas. Have a t-shirt. Everybody will understand that you're not going to be wearing a suit and a tie. Obviously, if it's a more formal conversation, wear a suit and a tie, because that's what you would do in a face-to-face meeting. Other than that, adapt. Adapt how you show up, adapt how you dress, depending on the less formal or more formal kind of conversation that you're having. But also make sure that people in the house know that you're having that meeting and that you're going to have it in that space, so that you can have a meeting room at home. It's like booking a meeting room in the office. You have to book it so nobody else takes it. It's the same thing. Book your own meeting room at home. I hope it helps.